Hi, my name is Jerome Bresser. I'm doing a video on Go Fish Pro Trade Manager 2.12. Just did a video earlier, but I just noticed the angle wasn't as clear, so I'm going to do another video. So I just have a basic E-mini chart over here, and then we have the app over here. So this is an add-on to NinjaTrader 8. It's kind of like a super, ATM, but it has a lot more functions. For example, you can enter and exit any number of contracts that you want at any time, and it will keep up with the stop loss, the exit, and everything else. You can close all, you can add more, you can do pretty much anything you want, and it knows exactly what you're doing. So what we have here is you have the market, of course. Uh, the minute has to do with the Keltner bands down here. You have the account here, active, open, high, low, last, bid ask, the VMI, which is one of our indicators. Actually, you can see the indicator right here. Change in market, then the liquidating value of the account, the current position. It says I'm short 24 points in ticks. It says I'm back a half a point, and the open P&L says minus 450. The total P&L for today or tonight, I guess, would be 31,000, and it gives a percentage. Then here is where it gets really interesting. It says result. We'll say one result tomorrow, but it says result 1, 2, all the way to 8. What it does is it adds up the net result from the time you started your trade. So if you add, take away everything until you go flat. So from the time you start the trade until you go flat, it knows how much time and how much you made or lost on that trade. And so this will be reported here. All these titles, you can just click on the title and it turns it on off. So you don't have to have it on if you don't want to. Then below, we have what we call entry models, exit, hotkeys, and stop models. So what we do is we teach a method called Go Fish, hence the name Go Fish Pro, right? And you can see right now, I have it set here for the exit model. So it says 24 short to make $55 per contract and then exit 10%. So that means if the value of all the contracts gets to 1320, it will then exit 10% of the contracts that are open. And then every 5 seconds, it will look at the net quantity times 55. And this will change as it gets out of contracts. But Go Fish means how many, well, first of all, there's two models. There's Go Fish and Go Fish Pro. So you can set it, say, I only want to sell 2 contracts, 8 ticks back, or I want to sell X contracts, the number of contracts either long or short. Now we've already activated Go Fish. So then we go into Go Fish Pro. Here it says, I want to go ahead and sell 1 contract if I'm back 4 ticks every 5 seconds. And you can change this to 10 seconds or what have you. So right now we're still short 24. And we're only back, it looks like 2 ticks. It says 3/4 right here, but the average price is a little different from where we got into. The average price is 23.25. Well, that's fine. And then here on the profit target, you could either do per contract, or you could just put in a P&L that you want to make. Say you want to make $2,500 on a trade. You just type that in, and then you don't check per contract. But I have $55 per contract delayed every 5 seconds to exit 10% of the contracts. If the total of the number of contracts that are currently open equals 1321 or more. Then I have a profit target. I want to exit 30% of my contracts. I'm going to say at 12 ticks. And this is called continue exit. So what happens is if you get out at 12 ticks, 3 points on the ES, Then it will continue to place 30% of the what's left on the number of contracts you have, another 12 ticks. If you check adjust, continue exit, what it will do is say, hey, if the market gets you out of 30% of your contracts and it goes back to your entry price, it will then adjust your exit to 12 ticks from your entry price. So it's not going to be 24 ticks, it's going to be 12 again if it goes back. Now here we have the Keltner band, so you can exit at the upper or lower Keltner bands or the moving average, plus or minus X ticks. And this is called alt target. What that does is it says, if you're already there at the Keltner band, it's going to place a profit target of 16 ticks or whatever you want to put on here, say 12 ticks. Okay, so it knows it if it's already there. The hotkeys are pretty cool. What it does, say, hey, I want to go ahead and buy the market, but I don't want to buy at the market. So you could say, put a contract, say 5. I want to buy 2 ticks better than what's showing in the market. We're still short 24. I'm waiting for this to see if it goes down here. And so if you hit buy bid, it would take the last bid price and go 2 ticks better. And that will, right there, this little, I mean, if you only use this part of the program, it makes it so easy. I mean, and it saves so much money when you're trading. Buy bid all. So let's say you're buying, selling, and you end up with, say, 17 contracts. Instead of going to the DOM and typing in 17 and hit the bid or buy, it already knows that you're there. You just click buy bid all, and I'll show you how that works here. We'll put 9 ticks in there. It will automatically put this trade in, so you can exit out. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Now, close all market. Well, that's a market order. Pretty easy. You just close, everything goes down. It's the same thing you have in the DOM. Reverse all market. Well, sometimes you know what, you like to be short, but now you want to be long. Hit reverse. It will take the number of contracts and then reverse it out. Now this is pretty cool. It says close 3/4, half, or 1/4. Again, we have the ticks here. So instead of saying, hey, I want to close half my positions at the market, right? You can say, well, I want to close half my positions at 2 ticks better than where the market is currently. Well, that adds up. I mean, that's $25. And say you have 17 contracts on, and that's $425 right there, just on the entry. It doesn't even calculate the end. So it says 24 contracts. I'm just watching here at plus 750. And what's going to happen if it does get to this price, and I'm going to lower this just so we can watch it get down to $40 per contract. So that says 984. So it says 450, 750 right now. I think one more ticks might do it. And what we'll do is get rid of 3 contracts. The reason 3 is it's 24 short. There it is. But yeah, so it says 21 here. And so it blinks when it does that. So what happened was it did one more than, it rounds up is what it does. Okay. So now what it's going to do is wait 5 seconds, and it's 21 times 40. If the value is 840, it says 656 right now. It's going to get rid of 10% more. In this case, it would be another 3. Oh, there it is. Yeah, so you can see it blinked there. So what it's doing is it's scaling out of the contracts. Here on the profit target ticks, you can say if it goes 12 ticks, and you can decrease this here. Let's say 7. I want to get rid of 30% of my contracts, and you have this option for hot potato. Now, hot potato means all in, all out. Then over here, you have the break-even plus ticks. So let's say that you like the you took profits on the trade, and you just want to put a break-even stop, but you want to make it a little bit better than just at your entry price. Well, you have that control right here with ticks. Okay. So if I put this in, it will automatically put a stop at the limit. Okay. Now you have the trail stop and the stop loss. Pretty simple. You don't have to do much there. So if I want to hit buy a quarter of these contracts, I could just do this. And what it does, if I click it again, it takes it away. You can X out all your manual orders, and it will put in all the orders like that. So whatever manual orders you had in there, it will automatically put those back. The GoFish Pro Trade Manager orders. Now, if you want to cancel an order, you can just hit uncheck it. You can check it again. It puts it back in. You can move your stop just by clicking up or down. Okay, so it moves the stop up and down. So it has all the arrows. Anyhow, this is GoFish Pro Trade Manager 2.12. Awesome program. Really makes a difference in our trading. Really makes it easy to trade. You don't have to do all the cancel replaces, blah, 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 all that stuff. Now, thank you so much. Let me just hit close all market. Boom. And you see what it did here is it put the result of that last trade right here. It says I was in there for 13 minutes. So there you go. Thank you so much.